if you're sitting here and you're thinking to yourself, gosh, this sounds like a really good idea. Like, this sounds like a good idea to do for my family. I suggest you do. It starts with you as the parent, though, and being willing to kind of be that example. And then from there, moving forward and teaching your kids how they, too, can accomplish their goals. Hello, everyone. We are Greg and Jacquie Francis, and welcome to High Performance Parenting, where our passionate goal is to encourage you to raise champion children in a crazy world. Every week, we will bring you multiple episodes from our extensive experience of raising our six happy, healthy, successful, godly kids who are confidently equipped to win big in life.
We deeply believe that any parent who is provided with the right knowledge and continual support can raise amazing kids. And when they do, all of our futures get better. If raising up future generations of absolute champions matters to you as much as it does to us, here's how you can contribute. Like and share this podcast with everyone you know. And together, let's embrace this journey of raising champion kids in a crazy world.
Hey guys, welcome back. Super excited to be in the studio today with my hubby this time. Hon, you missed it. Last week I was with two guest speakers, actually three guest speakers I had last week. You were not in the studio, so I recruited some help from the family, and Abby, Chrissy, and Hunter were here, and they did such a good job. It was so good. And they even brought their own jokes.
They did?
They did. They were pretty good, I gotta tell you.
When do you start bringing jokes to the table?
You gotta wait.
For her? What?
Timing's not right yet.
And what's going to make the timing right? What will make the conditions perfect? Huh?
I don't know yet. I'll let you know.
All right. So your hand's up to me today again. Carry the humor.
I'm pretty funny without him, though.
What did the buffalo say to his son when he dropped him off at school?
I wouldn't know that answer.
Bye, son. We did video record this because people could see that you actually are laughing.
I'm not.
You're trying.
You want me so bad to laugh.
Okay, I got another one.
Okay, this is the one. This is going to get me to laugh.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Why do bees have sticky hair?
I don't know.
So you started laughing already.
Because they're honey.
Because they use a honeycomb.
Okay.
Come on, those are good.
Yeah, did you pass a few on to the kids? Is that how they brought them last
No,
week?
They apparently have picked up how to do their own.
Yeah, how they bring their own humor
dad
to
joke research, I guess.
Kid joke research. I don't know, but they brought it last week and they were really good. And, I was really proud of them because, I honestly, I was a little not myself, dealing with little symptoms here and there. And they carried the show last week, thank goodness, because I needed a little help and pep in the conversation. So quite an amazing conversation with them last week. I bet you everybody enjoyed it.
Yeah. Well, as we mentioned, we record these in advance, and then we have an amazing team who edits the recordings and posts them and puts them on a schedule. So we're usually seeing these a little before people hear them. As of right now, we're the day after Christmas. And so we have had a really good holiday week. Wouldn't you agree? Kids had a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. They had a great week. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's just, it's one of those times a year where it can be stressful and like special all at the same time, Right. But we're soaking it up and enjoying every minute of it and having so much fun. There's a season, there will be a season one day when it won't be, having a 5-year-old in the house anymore and the youth of the kids and the unwrapping countless presents and then playing with them all week. And,
Mostly that was you and your presents, but yes, you're right. I feel like I'm going to have it for a very long time still, but it is. But actually, it was so funny because we always joke with the kids, like, they always ask, what time should we wake up? I'm like, actually tomorrow's Christmas morning is sleep-in day. Dad and I were thinking, if everyone got up around 11, we could, maybe open gifts by noon. And they're all like, what? Like, and Dad's like, Greg is like, all right, 10:30 then. We'll get up at 10:30. They're like, no. So we had made the rule, like, okay, 9 o'clock. Let's all just, if everyone's ready by 9, we'll all do it at 9. No, Greg was up at 6:45 a.m. on Christmas morning, and literally,
I was excited.
Okay, And so then nobody's awake, like not even the dogs. Nobody's awake. So then you went into your office and had some time and did your thing. And finally at like, I don't know, 7:30, I come in, I'm like, what's going on? You're like, I don't know, I'm just excited. I'm like, okay. He's like, should we wake up the kids? I'm like, no, like we should not.
I did.
So he goes in and doesn't listen to me. Poor huge. And wakes up the whole older clan of ours. Our youngest still didn't want to wake up. At like 8:15, everyone's staring at the presents, staring at the tree, and our youngest is still like on logs in bed. And so Greg tried to wake her up. A kid tried to wake her up. But she's just not having it. Finally, I come in and I'm like, you want to try to wake up and come have some, gifts with us? And she's like, will you hold me? Like she was so just not awake yet. But got into it pretty quick. And, it was neat because I'm sure many of your Christmas mornings are the same way. But, looking into your kids' eyes when they're, just so joyful and so happy and young at heart. And it doesn't matter if they're 14 or if they're, 4. They're having fun. They're just enjoying themselves. And it was kind of neat because at one point, everyone's just, done opening gifts, but now they're playing with them and whatnot. And Greg's like, you want to have a cup of coffee? And I'm like, sure. And we're just sitting there kind of looking around and enjoying the moment. And it was about that time when we thought we were going to be able to relax and enjoy ourselves when they asked Dad's help to put stuff together.
Yeah.
What were you putting together on my kitchen counter, no less?
Different.
Could we go
now.
outside and do it?
In the past, it'd be like putting together, I don't know, just snapping a couple pieces of like a radio control car together or something, or having to unbox things, or maybe it's a small dollhouse for the girls or something. And so now it's like putting together a compound bow and arrows.
On my kitchen counter. I'm watching
It was trickier than I expected.
Why aren't we outside on a workbench?
Because we were trying to all be together, honey.
On my kitchen
I don't want to leave
counters.
you out.
I don't mind if you do. Like,
come on.
So you put together these bow and arrows and whatnot, and
broke one of them. But anyways,
I didn't say it. I did not say it. One was being returned. Yeah. But anyways, the one we had left, because we had bought 2 for 2 of the kids. You guys went outside and spent 4 hours shooting targets to the point where like your fingers were like numb from pulling back.
Trying to talk, but your face won't move anymore. We're all kind of giggling because none of us can like mouth words. We can't put our frozen lips together.
I was like, who's this gift for, Greg?
It was fun though. And that's what we're going to do today. As soon as we get done with this.
I know. So, but you tried to go to the gym today. What happened?
Yeah, I tried to play basketball today. I couldn't even hit the rim because my right arm and shoulder is so sore. I'm shooting a compound.
From playing with your kids' toys. Like, get off the toy, man. Like,
oh, man.
And so I say, it's time to do some podcasts. You're like, oh, man, really? I wanted to go outside and do some more bow and arrow. Like, you need to get in the studio. What's wrong with you?
It's Christmas. Jeez. So anyways, just so you all know in our audience, we really love you because I could be shooting bows and arrows right now. Anyways, should we keep going here?
Yeah.
I thought, I know a couple times ago before you had the special guest speakers on that we started going through some of the questions that we ask our family, ourselves, even some of our coaching clients that we've learned from others. And it's how to kind of complete the previous year. And we went through a handful of questions. We have about 20, but we went through, I think, 4 or 5 last time, and it was good. Yeah. But this time I thought maybe we'd go through a few of looking forward to next year, you and me.
Oh, great.
Right here, live, on the spot, totally unprepared.
Oh, I'm nervous the way you're...
Yeah. Okay, so how about this? What would you like your biggest triumph to be this next year?
Well, we were kind of doing out our 12-week goals and everything like that. So, I mean, I don't know what my biggest, but I can say that something that I'm looking forward to in the, next 12 weeks or so would be definitely some personal growth. I have some goals both in my health, both in my own personal development, business development. I have about 4 different categories right now of things that I'm really passionate about and I'm excited about working on and achieving and accomplishing, and really setting up real, achievable goals that can be put into real accomplishments, so that I can walk away after 12 weeks and feel really confident in what the weeks after that will bring.
That might have been the most vague answer I've ever heard in my life. Can you give me some more specifics? I just kind of want, just have a 12-week and roundabout way, going to accomplish something.
Why don't you go first?
It's going to be a 12-weeker.
Why don't you be the example here and a 12-weeker? What's a 12-weeker? What are you talking about?
Did I hear a niner in there?
This is going to be one of our podcasts that just really moves people forward.
Yeah. For me, I'll explain kind of the thought process and the thinking here so people understand. But, as I went through the Pathfinder's apprenticeship here at our church, and they bring in experts in different categories, and one of them is about goal setting. This one gentleman who's in there, who's one of our class leads, actually. This is part of what he does for a living. I mean, he lives, eats, sleeps, breathes, all things goal setting and goal accomplishing. And it's pretty impressive, their process. We've been learning and studying and teaching goal setting for ever, 2 decades. But this is the best I've ever heard. And, and one of the things that they do is they have you write down a 10-year vision. And in 2 categories we were focusing on because of what we were doing. You could have more categories, but for us it was marketplace, which means, financial goals, business increase, etc. And also in your spiritual growth, where do you want to be in 10 years? What do you want your walk with God to look like in 10 years? And so you get clear about that. And it's a stretch because you have to be willing to really think bigger and really kind of do a little soul searching about what you really want. And the reality is, a lot of people will only set short-term goals. They don't really break it down into a 10-year process, because for most successful people you hear from, you can typically only accomplish a certain amount of things in a 12 or 24-month window, but you can accomplish almost anything in a 10-year window, and with the right kind of strategy behind it. So you break down your 10-year goals, then you say, okay, in 5 years, what do I have to have accomplished? 1 or 2 or 3 things for marketplace and for spiritual growth, that if I had these things accomplished, it would for sure position me to accomplish my 10-year goal. Like it tees me up. Like if I'm here in 5 years, then I could almost bet that I'm going to hit my 10-year goals. And then you have those really clear. Then you break those down. Okay, for those 5-year goals, what do I have to have done in 12 months, in 1 year, in order to really set me up? 2 or 3 things. So that way, if I have these done, I have the right momentum. I'm moving in the right direction to hit the 5-year goals. And then you go from the 12-month goals down to 12 weeks to accomplish the 12 months. And that's where you start getting really specific about your actionable goals. And that's what you were just kind of, vaguely going over and generalizing.
Well, so you want me to answer the question without explaining any of that ahead of time. So good to know.
We've talked about this. Don't even pretend like we haven't. Jackie, we're going to videotape you. She's mouthing things to me.
I am, huh? Nobody believes you right now.
I heard what you said. Mm-hmm. It was your mama. That's what I heard.
Wow. Nobody believes you anymore.
It's true. God believes me. I promise you that. Anyway, so we were going through these 10-year goals and breaking them down, and now we've had our kids doing them too, and we'll have to have them on because it was a really good learning lesson from them. But anyway, so now when you break all these down, for me, there's a certain amount of financial increase. There's, we want to have Kingdom Ranch, 1,000-acre ranch for our family, that everybody gets their own 5-10 acres, and we all share in the property for legacy for generations to come. We want to be positioned financially where the generation of our family never have to worry about money ever again, so we can just only do purposeful things and do them really well at the highest level of excellence. We're not trying to retire. We're not trying to take a break. We're just trying to not chase things that eat up our time, that don't do something that really matter in this world. And so, and then breaking it back down all the way down to like 12 months and then 12 weeks for me, one of the things that I want to do, we're talking about what we want to do the next year with this question here. I would say for me, this is going to be my year. I'm going to be turning 50 in May, and I'm very motivated to make this my year of becoming very strong, physically strong, flexible, energetic, healthy. This is going to be a 12-month window where I'm going to take it more serious than I have for the last decade. And it hasn't been that I've been awful, but I have been kind of, I don't know. I would say that I have been doing the things that I kind of enjoy doing to keep me in good enough shape, but avoiding the things I don't want to do, like dieting and stuff like that, right? So I'm going to focus on this year. This is my year to really, press in, really I've been doing the health checks, and I got the blood work done. I got the DNA work done now, and I'm starting to learn about my system. And so I'm going to start really working at it. This is going to be my year for that.
Yeah, I think it's great because I think it's been a little eye-opening on really the importance of taking care of personal health, and seeing it through a different lens and be more aware than ever, the importance of making sure that you take care of yourself so that you can be the best, healthiest version of yourself for those around you. Mm-hmm. And it's been an area that, you were lacking in for some time. We've talked about it. But there's no excuse now. There's not an excuse. So now you're ready. And I think that's cool. And I think it's an example because just like you're kind of setting up your goals for that, each of the kids have decided to set up one for themselves too in some area of their life that they want to improve in. And I don't want to steal what they have been talking about because they worked really hard in setting it up. So I'll have them come on and we can actually bring them on probably next week to do that. But it's so neat to see them care so much about what they're excited about too at their level. So, if you're sitting here and you're thinking to yourself, gosh, this sounds like a really good idea. This sounds like a good idea to do for my family. I suggest you do. It starts with you as the parent though, and being willing to kind of be that example. And then from there, moving forward and teaching your kids how they too can accomplish their goals all the way from 10 years down to 5 years, down to, a year to 12 weeks. And they're going to follow. And it's really exciting.
Mm-hmm. So we'll talk more about it in the next episode.
Cool.
Can we hear what your goal is then, that you think, or?
Vaguely.
Of course. Hey everyone, thanks for listening and thanks for your love and support. We hope that today's episode added tremendous value to you and your family. It would mean so much to us if you would partner with us on our mission of helping parents around the globe raise champion children in this crazy world.
To do so, simply take a moment to like and share this podcast with everyone in your network. See you next time.